Bonk SpotCast.
Welcome back to Bonk SpotCast, a podcast about the Bionicle community and its very creative members. For our third episode, we have our very first trio. Today I'm joined by the Overheating Orange.
Hello.
Or Luhan, a very skilled designer and builder, and champion of Duck Brick's Nidhiki Fanon contest. We also have Risebell.
Howdy.
Another awesome mockist who recently returned to Instagram after a little break last year. He's got some incredible Matoran designs and a sweet pair of shades. So, where are you guys from?
Shall I go first?
Yeah,
Sure.
you go first for all the questions. Luhan.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I see how it is. I'm from the UK, somewhere in the east, and I have been in the community for many years.
Yeah, I'm from Florida, man. I'm a Florida man.
Wonderful.
It's terrible. Yeah, but I escaped. Now I'm in Texas.
Okay. Cool. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I want to go first. All right, so he's my best friend. He's orange. I haven't seen him since Brick Fair 2022, and I miss him dearly. And I don't know, man. I like Bionicle, I guess. Maybe.
So I'm a mockist / editor / I guess artist in the Bionicle community. Been about a while. Just been on Instagram for a couple of years now, courtesy of my small blue friend here with the shades. Yeah, just interested in being part of the community and just interacting with people, really.
Cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I can say for myself, like I've had Bionicles since '01, and I was like 3 years old. So at this point, like it's a force of habit. I think it's going to be a thing I just have forever in my house.
Mm.
All this horrible plastic.
Yes. So Rise, you brought Luhan to Instagram or Biogram. How did you find yourself there?
All right. So Luhan he's a creature of habit, I think. So I've had to like just get a spray bottle out and just kind of every time.
Am I a creature of habits?
See, I really want you to Blue Sky and be on there as well.
We'll get there.
No, but Luhan, you used to be on like DeviantArt. That's where we met on DeviantArt way back in like 2014, 15.
Yes. Yeah.
Back into the fandom, and now it's been 10 years.
It has been 10 years. Wow, you're hitting me with a lot. That's a lot of memories. Yes, I was on DeviantArt. I think I joined in like 2012, and then I bumped into him in 2015 in a Skype group, and friends ever since. But yeah, he dragged me onto Instagram as a joke one day. He was like, "Oh, why don't you get an Instagram, Luhan? Be funny."
I forgot this.
You did. You dragged me on there. You had like a whole meme and everything.
I don't remember this at all, but okay.
Were you guys ever on Busy Power?
No, I missed out on that stuff.
Oh no, that was. We entered the fandom when BZ Power was down.
Mm.
Those were in the dark times. This is before message boards became a thing, I think, wasn't it?
Well, no, I got into it with like the TTV boards. Like as soon as G2 started happening, I was like, all right, I'm old enough to use the internet. I'll make an account.
You're old enough now. You can do your own thing.
I was 16 back then, man.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
No, I had just come out of like college, going into university, and I went, oh, I'll join the community because I had kind of been in the community beforehand in the old Lego message boards. So yeah, I kind of
Those are gone now, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Mock pages, those, and now Brick Shelf. They're all going away the dodo.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, we're old. We're very old.
Yeah. When you mentioned DeviantArt and Skype, both of those are like a total throwback.
Yeah.
So when and how did you get into Bionicle?
Luhan?
Okay, I'll go first then. How polite of you. I got I got into Bionicle probably when it started. I was a Lego fan beforehand. I was into things like Insectoids and Exploratrons and the old Fright Nights castles, and started getting into Technic. And I think it was like for my 7th birthday in a place called Brewster's, which, if there's any UK viewers listening, Brewster's is probably going to be a hell of a throwback because it doesn't exist anymore. But I got Tahu Mata there. He was my first Bionicle. I remember going home, cracking him open, playing about with him, and it just changed my life. I'm pretty sure it's what got me into graphic design as well, because the canisters were absolute peak graphic design, and I just fell in love after that point. I didn't discover the lore until much later in 2001, but I just fell in love once I started getting the free comics and stuff in the Lego magazine. And yeah, from that point onwards, I was hooked.
Mine is way worse, man. I mentioned this earlier, I was 3 years old, got my Toa Mata. I only got them because I had an older brother at the time who was also getting them, and like, you gotta get what your brother's getting, right? When you're the younger one. And I grabbed the blue one right out of the shopping cart, and my brother said to me, "Rise, that's the girl one. You can't get that. That's the girl." And I cried. I literally cried. And then I got Tahu. And, the comics, the movies. I remember I guess it was like 5 when I saw Mask of Light. And just hooked ever since, man. Terrible. Bad parenting.
I've got a bit of a funny story in regards to the film. The film was actually the first time I realized the blue was a girl. For some reason, I completely missed it in all the lore I was reading, so when it got to the film, and the blue robot I had been calling her up until that point came up with a girl's voice, I was like, oh wait, what?
Honestly, don't blame you. It's probably an easy mistake to make, especially since like blue is like the archetypical male color.
Yeah, as demonstrated by our blue friend here.
It's funny. Golly was one of my first sets as well, and I love Golly. Golly's still one of my favorite sets. My favorite color is blue, so that probably contributes a lot.
Heck yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Mine is orange, which is probably why I gravitated more towards like Fire or Toa. They were always the ones I would get first, and then I'd work my way through the teams later, or the other team members later. It would always be like a tradition. I get the Fire Toa first.
That's cool. I did the same with the water once. So how involved in the community would you guys say you are?
Oh.
Well, that's a loaded question.
I think I was so involved for the Hosrick stuff.
Oh man.
And that's all behind me now, but man, that was the peak.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay. So like people think I built Hosrick. Some people do. Most people are educated enough to know better. But like when Hosricks first happened, like I was just so funny. Like I immediately was like, yes, I will meme this. And everyone did. And we'd have like 20 guys in like these Discord calls all doing it. And just think about it now, that was like 7 years ago, man. Crazy. But yeah, I was there like every day. I was making memes for Hosricks. I was building her. I was promoting that. I got those guys so mad. I regret that in hindsight now. I regret that, and I've moved past that stuff. But since then, like nowadays, I'm just posting Bionicles, make my Matoran. Much less inflammatory, right, Luhan?
Well, you're good now. You've been
That's a ninja.
Yeah, it is. How interconnected with? I just interact with people. I have commissions. I make edits. I get into the finals of many duck brick contests, which irritate people. Yeah, it's just. Yeah,
you and your darn scarves, man.
Oh yes, yeah. Scarves are controversial. Brought scarves back.
I mean, the person I talked to last week, their self-mock has a scarf. So
See, scarves are cool.
They're cool. It's just, why would a robot wear one, you know?
Because it's cool.
Rule of cool, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do weirdly though seem to have this argument with a lot of people online that whenever I have a scarfed mock, they're like, "Oh, all we can do is just build a koala mock," and I'm like, "Everyone, the scarves are just cool. Leave me alone."
Honestly, like I never even like considered using like Lego fabrics as part of mocks until I like joined Biogram. It's like it's just something that did not like I didn't have that creative bone in my body. But it's changed me for sure, positively.
I've always found it just adds something to a mock. Like if you're like struggling, like, oh, what do I do to add to this mock and make it look a little bit more alive? Like tower builds tend to be a little bit sort of, I think, a little bit bland. So just adding like a bit of clothing, like a scarf or maybe like some sort of skirt or just like a necklace or something, could just work really well. Brendan's quite good at doing that.
Like Brandon builds or
Brendan builds.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Man, I recently purchased Curzoni, like the full set with Bozeman's horn and everything. And that guy has a cape, right? And like, I'm thinking, like, why would you wear that like underwater? You know? Cool. It looks cool, really cool, but
yeah, that's gonna get wet and all smelly and stuff.
This is a little bit back in the conversation, but as someone who did not participate in TTV at all, that was like my dark age when that was a big thing. I feel that Hose Ricks got robbed personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes down to what you believe in, I guess. Like, I think it was disqualified on the grounds that a lot of votes, like, quote-unquote legitimate ones, were like me going to old users I just knew personally, like, hey, please log in for the first time in like 5 years and vote for this thing for me. They're pretty mad about that. But, I mean, imagine like going to Greg Farsty and saying, hey, the community voted and this is what they want to be Hellricks, I guess. So I can't blame them.
No, like realistically it's fair, but I am definitely a lover of silliness, so I would have loved that to be the canon build. But that's okay.
Yeah. It would have made some great art. We've gotten some great art from that, I think.
Yeah, there's like a whole documentary about it as well, which I've watched a couple of times just to remind myself of just like what happens. There was like a Reddit server at one point, the Order of Mutter Noodle at one point.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it kind of got a bit wild and out of control, and I did like the winner in the end. Like I do like Double's like interpretation of.
There were a lot of great mocks in that, man.
Yeah, my one was in it. It got primaried though pretty quickly. No one liked my night aesthetic.
That's a bummer. But I have seen your edits on Instagram on various people's posts. They're very, very nice.
Yeah, that's still weird to think that people share my edits and go, "Oh wow, look at this," and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's just an edit, I guess. It's just something I made."
I like,
very good.
I guess I just to go off on a side tangent. I guess I just make the edits because it is my professional career in real life. I am a professional graphic designer, so most of the systems which Lego used to create their box art, I just know already, like off the top of my head. So most of it just comes from that. Some of it comes from talking with Ari Butloaf, who has helped me out a lot. His edits are just like, they're just perfection. Again, the recent one I love the most, again with Brendan builds, Makuta Definitive Edition. That edit is just incredible.
Clean,
I only hope I can edit that good one day.
That's crazy to hear you say, because I do some editing of my own, and it's not incredible, but it gets me by for my mocks and stuff. And seeing what you guys are doing, it's like, damn, like there's definitely levels to it.
Yeah, many sleepless nights, like of staying up like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and then forgetting that, oh yeah, I'm meant to go to sleep because I've got work tomorrow.
Wow, okay.
It's just practice and just passion, I guess, as well, which keeps me going, and just a lot of just research as well into old Bionicle and Lego artwork from 90s and 2000s stuff I'm interested in.
That's cool. I was just gonna say I met Ari at Brick Fair last year. Or sorry, Loaf Builds.
He doesn't mind either.
well, he's really chill. He was a really cool dude for the 5 minutes I talked to him.
Yeah, he's really chill. I've spoken to him a few times just about editing techniques and aspect ratios and techniques in Photoshop, riveting stuff. But he's a really chill and cool guy. I'd recommend anyone follow him. Just for his mocks as well. He's also a bit of a mocking god.
Oh secretly. God, yeah. So back to the community side of things. What's something about the community that you love?
Right, you go first.
Dude, man, how long ago did G2 end? It's been 10 years?
Almost, yeah.
Rhetorical question.
Yeah.
I think you're all insane still doing this stuff. And I am too, man. I guess I like that. We're still doing these toys. I don't say the drama. I think the drama is really funny, but no, everyone's super chill in the community. Besides people using AI voices, right? Yeah, I don't have people. The people. Everyone's crazy building techniques. That's awesome. Seeing that stuff. And then just the stories you hear, these crazy stories. I don't want to say who this was. But, one guy talked a kid out of buying a CMF bag that was just a Mr. Gold, right? And that kind of story you hear, with the embellishments, the details, that's kind of stuff you only hear at Brick Fair, at 2 a.m. from your favorite Bionicle people. That's fun, man. I like the storytelling, I guess, because only a hardcore lifelong AFOL would understand some of the vernacular, for example, and being that far along into the hobby and being able to talk like that is maybe not a good thing, but it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Luhan?
Oh, it's my turn to talk. I got the talking stick.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I guess my favorite part is just the sheer creativity in the community. I mean, we're still doing this 10 years after G2 ended, and we've reversed engineered masks. We've got resin casts going. We've got a madman talking with manufacturers outside his country of origin about recreating bricks in different colors. It's great at the moment. As a mocking standpoint, and just being part of the community is just great. I think my favorite story is when I was talking to someone at Brick Fair, and he's he was part of the space community. When I said, we're part of the Bionicle community, he was like, oh yeah, I have heard of you. You've created some really cool stuff over the last couple of years. So yeah, I like the community just because it is just creative. And we have seen it over the last so many years go through ups and downs, and I think we're in a bit of a golden age with the community.
That's great, yeah. I'd have to agree. The last couple of years have been really great for the most part.
We come from the times of when DeviantArts communities ruled the roost, and Google Plus communities.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Crazy. What sort of communities are you involved with these days?
Mostly Discord, Instagram. Tend to get involved sometimes with Reddit, but I try and stay clear of that because, Reddit. I try and get involved with some contests. Most people will probably recognize me from the Duck Bricks contests. That's about it, really. It used to also be DeviantArt, but I haven't touched my DeviantArt for years now.
Crazy. Yeah, I haven't made a mock in a while. That's because I've been just doing Warhammer stuff recently. So that's one of them. I don't know, man. I'm there's stuff I can't talk about because it's secret right now. So
okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know. Same circles, I guess. I love Instagram people. I love Flickr dudes. I'm aware of Reddit people. Yeah. Galador. I'm in the Galador fandom. How about that?
That's pretty fucking epic.
I've been trying to find Hero Factory people, people who are just into Hero Factory. They don't exist, I think.
No, they're just very rare. Like, I know what you mean. I haven't been able to find any either, other than like Ben Cozzi. Like, he's a Hero Factory fan, but he's the only one I can like name off the top of my head who is one.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm around. I'm not very active nowadays because like I have a crazy life now, crazy busy, working 9 to 5 every day.
All right, Dolly.
Yeah, I just talked to Luhan here all day.
Yeah, he does. Sometimes messages me at like 2 a.m.
Sometimes he won't respond to me, and I'll keep messaging him.
Yeah, fair enough. What's one thing about the community you don't like so much?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
oh, we
Scalping, and like, I mean, it's been long enough now. I think a lot of issues have passed. Like, the fandom is very good now about like group blacklisting people who are really bad. Yeah, scalping and just like, I guess gossip, maybe? No, but I like gossip. So, I don't know, man. Scalping's gotten insane. Now it's 24 years now since 2001, right? A yellow cow. I bought mine for like $80 back in 2019. Nowadays, the cheapest one in America is like $400.
Jesus.
And it's gotten small enough. Like, and the community's so small now. Like, I know who that is, and I know why it's priced that way, and it shouldn't be, you know. But that's just how it is now.
Yeah, I wanted a trans orange cow the other day just to do like a mock for a manga. And it's something ridiculous, like 80 quid here. Like, I hadn't spent that kind of money on one brick.
Yeah.
I can't justify that. It's the same points though with me. Just gossip, drama, scalping is quite prolific. There are people who just like scour eBay, buy cheap Bionicles which come up, and then just resell them at a marked up rate. It's kind of ridiculous how much it's gotten out of control, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't to say that doesn't happen with like other themes as well.
Oh yeah,
there are groups who just target like Star Wars minifigures. You know, that's why they like what's the guy? What's Leia's father? Bail Organa, Glubshido. That's why he's so expensive now. He's like all these. I'm not gonna name names, but like certain YouTubers. They like it's like literally a pump and dump sometimes with Lego stuff, and that makes my blood boil, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
No.
I guess this is where resin casts are gonna like sort of take off, and what Ben's doing, Zyros, with the reproduction sort of masks are gonna sort of ease that problem, because you'll be able to get like kind of knockoffs. No, they are knockoffs. Sort of reproductions of those, so it might ease like the prices a bit, but it's only going to get, I guess, more expensive from here on out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, for that, it's kind of just like thank the Great Spirit for the mask printers and for moms who don't know what they have.
They're doing God's work there.
Yes. I have found a fair few local deals that were too good to be true.
That's awesome.
They don't really tend to have them in the UK. It's like trying to find a Bionicle in the UK is next to impossible on the Facebook market. They usually get snapped up and like exported over to America or back to Europe or somewhere. It's very difficult to try and track them down.
My bricks and minifigs around me, like all of them used to have like big bins of Bionicle. You just like go through it, fill a bag, pay $20 for it. None of them have that anymore. Maybe if you're lucky, like Technic, but yeah, it's just the nature of things, I guess. There is a comparison you could make with things like Star Wars Kenner, I guess. Like those figures, they're figures, so they're still loose out there for cheap. But eventually, it will get to the point where like there'll be no more Star Wars Kenner figures loose anymore. It'll just be collections. It'll be collectors buying other people's collections and absorbing those things. And I think Bionicle will reach that point too at some point where it's just there's no more loose parts. Ricklink, for example, right? Besides, yeah. We'll see if we're still doing this in like another 20 years.
20 years. We're going to be in like an armchair with you next time.
Yeah. 20 years from now, I hope so.
I hope I can still separate like 2x2 plates in 20 years. I've
seen a lot of fans get into like Transformers now, or Gundam, or Warhammer. That's my favorite one. So
at the moment there's like a weird crossover between us and the Ninjago fan base. Like a lot of Ninjago fans seem to be coming over and joining the Bionicle community, which is a bit weird.
I have not heard of this. That's weird.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Go back to the kiddie pool.
Go back to the kiddie pool.
This is adult swim hours. Get out of here.
I was going to say something like, oh, that's humbling, but Bryce just comes in with that.
We don't want you. We're full. We have enough people buying sets.
I mean, I feel like there are, like, some similarities to Ninjago, like, for Bionicle, like, whether it be, like, color-themed characters and, like, mechs, like, robots. Like, it's not, like, big similarities, but I feel like if a kid was interested in, like, Ninjago, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they became interested in Bionicle as a result.
I feel like the inverse is what happened there, where they made Ninjago, trying to take what worked from Bionicle and trying to get that audience to carry over, what little left there was.
It's probably, like, Bionicle so Ninjago could run.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're both mockists. What's one mock of your own at the moment that you're a big fan of?
I think it's the Nectan I'm quite fond of. I've still got them built. That was for a Duck Bricks contest again. It was for his Rahi free-for-all, but I just love it. It's one of my favorite mocks. I take him everywhere. I don't take him to bed, sadly. But yeah, it's one of my favorite edits, even though it's incredibly simple. It's one of my favorite builds. Funny story with that mock. When I was brainstorming what I was going to build, I got hideously drunk that night, went to bed, woke up randomly in the middle of the night, built a frame, and then went back to bed. So when I woke up in the morning, I was like, what is that half-constructed?
So I've got this Galador mock I made. No, I probably just like the Matoran. Like, I made this Galmatoran forever ago, this cow wearing girl. And I don't know, people like that one, I guess.
Yeah, they like that one, along with my dog.
They like the girl one way more than the Pomatoran I made, which is, it's hard, man. I don't know. It's Legos.
I mean, for your mocks, I love all the fucking feet you use. It's really unique.
I don't know. My philosophy there is, like, people have nostalgia for certain parts in Bionicle, I think, or at least more certain parts versus other ones. Like, no one cares about, like, Matanui's, like, blade things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they love the Mata feet. So I gotta use those in mocks. That's what I like, too, I guess. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it is a bit weird what people go for in a mock. Like, some of my more popular mocks have used, like, older parts compared to other mocks which use newer parts, and they always go for the mocks which have got the older parts. Unless it's a Dalu, then they weirdly go for Dalu.
People love that Dalu, man. I don't know, there's some weird freakos out there.
I think have you participated in any contests, Rise?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay. So I guess just for Luhan then, what would be your favorite contest you've done?
Oh, this is going to be tough. Maybe it possibly will be the Nidiki contest, but I did also like being part of the more recent one, which was the Toazaria contest. That was a fun one, and that was a fun build. That did come with a lot of, like, drama and stuff.
How so?
Someone made, like, an American Psycho edit with all the Nidiki mocks that came out. Luhan's is, like, was it Patrick Bateman's? I don't know. It's the business card scene for American Psycho. With everyone, like, comparing their Nidikis.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yes. Oh, God.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's so niche. Like I said earlier, it's an insane, like, thing to watch. Someone editing these Nidikis into American Psycho. And yeah. Very goofy. Very goofy. I like that part.
The thing is with that contest, there was so many people who entered it. There was over 100 mocks which entered into that. There was so much, like, discussions in the Duckbrick server as well about, like, the right shade of green. What did Greg mean by this? And everyone dissecting it. And then when the winner was just announced at the end, I was so exhausted. I was like, the dust settled. I was like, wait, who won? Oh, it was me? Oh, okay. What just happened the last 3 weeks? But there was obviously also the scarf controversy as well. People just didn't like the scarf, but weirdly it won over Buki's Nadiki as well, which I like. I do like Buki's Nadiki, but obviously my one was what people were after.
Mm-hmm. I will never understand why people can't just use a Deathlax mask, like the Arudi mask, because that's what it was meant for. And that set came out. It was going to be a Toa Nadiki.
My version had that to begin with, but then I just went with at the time I didn't know him, but I found Ryu's Etsy store, which is, I'm going to give a shout out to him. He is another great. If you got a mask which you need making, he's your guy. But I got that mask from Ryu because I just wanted a mask of stealth, but I didn't want to use the silver one. So I went to him and I bought like this really it was an old one he had painted, and I kind of went on the website. Yeah, I'll have that one, and I put it on. Yeah, and he got more popular after that contest, believe it or not, because I just constantly kept plugging him and go like, "Wow, this is amazing! Like, go and get this guy."
Yeah, Buryu's a great dude, and also another Canadian, which always makes me happy.
The Canadians are so nice. He is amazing. Like, honestly, that he all of his masks he has ever made for me, like, I don't have a problem. Even the one time where a mask did break, I wasn't angry at him. I was just like, oh, dude, it broke. And he was like, yeah, don't worry, I've got you covered. And then he sends me over like a dual-colored version of that mask as a replacement. I'm like, you're amazing. You're amazing, dude.
That's so sweet.
We play Fortnite with him sometimes, don't we, guys?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Are you guys like epic winners or what?
Absolutely.
We win every game. We don't get.
I never troll Luhan here with shockwave grenades ever.
No, you never like come up with a car behind me and start beeping the horn. Giving me
Oh, that's great. I think for me, my favorite contest was the Rahi one, just because like I do not care a lot about lore. So just getting, and I love making animals, so just getting to create some little critters was really fun.
I respect that a lot.
Yeah. That one was weirdly relaxed. Out of all of them, that was the most fun. And I could have gotten like second or maybe first by then. Threw it away because I got distracted at the time. As Rise knows, around that time, I got distracted and I threw away the win.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really liked that contest as well. I feel like he should do more of those.
Mm-hmm. I entered one that got pretty far, which was surprising. The Gulak.
Oh, the Gulak, yeah.
Yeah, I was honestly shocked about that.
you got my vote every time.
Oh, that's nice. Just a silly little build. Speaking of silly little builds, what are some mocks from other creators you've liked recently?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go through my saved. I don't know if Rise, what are your favorite builds?
Good guy? Man, I know, I go back to like Brickshelf. I'm starting going more often now to Brickshelf, and there are so many cool old ones, man. It has the same vibe as like looking at old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's one that's like, it's like a Toa Mata, but like built to look like Jango Fett and Boba Fett. It's like, just like cool mocks, I guess. Worst answer ever. Anything Bucky builds, Morgan, Komatoran Morgan. That's
Socorro Morgan, yeah.
Yeah, I love her stuff.
I guess for me, it's going to be... I guess I got a few creators I follow and I really like. Obviously, Buki's one of them. Brandon is another one. Construction Diva, another one of our friends. Awesome. Yeah, but his mocks are incredible when you see them in like person. He spends hours putting them together and he stands them up. Like his Rudaka was just... That is an incredible mock. There's so many techniques he used in that. I'm generally surprised that thing stands sometimes. It's I guess another creator I really like is Powjump. He's another good one. He creates a lot of very funny color. Mostly the man guy. The fun thing, my Naho was inspired by his Naho, so that was a good one. There's another creator I'm thinking of. I believe it's Cracker Builds.
Kraken Bonks?
Yes, that's him. Yeah, fellow UK member. He makes incredible vehicles. I've edited them, and they are amazing, like, vehicle builds. Like, if you ever struggle like constructing something like that, just go to him, because he's got some incredible examples to show. Like, I really like the one which has got like 3 turbofans, and another one of my favorite ones is a sort of like the Trident. I've got it up here. The Trident, which looks like like an old Star Wars TIE from like Episode 3. It's really cool.
Dude, I gotta give a shout out to Blanco 1.9. That's my favorite.
The Jang Bricks.
Yeah, Jang Bricks. Yeah.
Bro, I remember when that video launched and I watched that.
Well, you gotta fill me in here.
Okay, so Jang Bricks made a video of like he made Hero Factory mocks, right?
Okay.
He did.
Among them being like some kind of like goofy ones, like Blanco 1.9, the most blankest hero of them all.
Okay.
And it's hysterical because it's like he was, I don't know, 30 or so making that back then, and
that video came out in like 2011, and yet I can remember it clearly.
I watch that video like once a week minimum. I'm married. I'll play that at full volume at like 2 a.m. sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, torment my wife. I'm gonna link this in the chat, and then maybe like put that into your video here.
Sure.
So we'll get the context. It's I'm gonna get the joke once they see it.
Oh my! I love this. I love it so much. I love the fact that we've now gotten to the stage where people are actually mocking this guy and they're making their own version of him.
Oh yeah, I'm making an exact one for one of this guy. Just waiting on some brickling orders.
That's awesome.
Hypothetical.
Yes.
You have to either kiss me on the mouth or you die. Okay.
Okay. What would you say if I picked death?
I mean, I'd go to your funeral, I guess. Okay, now ask me one.
Okay. Hypothetical. I can't think of one. You're usually better
Just
at
think of
these than I
something.
am.
Just what on the top of your head. Say something crazy.
If you were forced to be a UK person, would you die?
Or die. UK or die. I could.
I would be there. You would just slowly convert into a UK person.
Like I just start like becoming British.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I could. That's better. I guess that's better than dying. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. We're just doing our bit.
Fair enough. Hypothetically, if you could choose any creator to make a mauve of one of your mocks, who would you choose?
Sorry, a mauve?
Like their own interpretation.
Okay. This is going to sound
good.
radical. Okay, this is going to be an insane pick, but I would want Robomaniac 7, the OG, to like make any of my guys. You know that guy, Robomaniac 7?
Yeah, I do. Strange pick.
I don't know, he would like, I would want someone to make a mock of one of my guys, like they're like 2007 pieces, and then animate them swearing and blowing up. Yes. No, okay, better pick. Calitraz, I think his actual username here, is a good pal of mine and an amazing mockist. Kazitraz. He always changes it. Yeah, I love that guy. Yeah, if he could make like my 2-headed Matoran, that'd be badass.
I guess to answer the question, I think I would like Pink J to make an interpretation of mine. I would love to see Luhan in her style.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes some cool stuff for sure.
Yeah.
We play Fortnite with her too.
Wow. You guys got all the connections.
Yeah. When you've been in the community as long as we have, you kind of just seem to just bump into everyone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man. Do you play Fortnite?
I have played it. I don't play it regularly, but I can.
Yeah. Okay, good deal.
Yeah, invite you to some games. You could see the chaos.
I would love to be a weak link on your team for sure.
Oh, don't worry, we're all give me the even.
Okay.
We're all throwers. Like,
if it's funnier for me to blow up Luhan, I'll do that versus winning. Yeah.
He left me up a tower when the whole Godzilla event was happening recently, and I kid you not, he deliberately made Godzilla like target me, and I just got obliterated. Like, I just ceased to exist.
I never hear this guy angry unless we're doing That's awesome.
I think my exact words were "curse you, rise," and then I just ceased.
There were some fantasies.
There was fantasy. I'm gonna be good not to say them here.
That's fine. I've been swearing, but I do prefer playing with people who are more chill than like sweaty. So that's good. But
yeah.
But what skins are you rocking?
I love clowns. Like, not in like a weird way. I love clowns. There's like one clown skin I usually have. Most games, or like Lexa Hexbringer, if everyone knows what that is. So I'm one of those guys, I guess.
I tend to either go with I recently unlocked Godzilla, so I tend to go with him. Some female driver suited character, or the Xenomorph.
Hell yeah.
That tends to be my favorite one. Yeah. Or the Pumpkin Halloween nights, which we worked hard to get.
We did, man. I love Halloween, man. Halloween and clowns.
You must love Pennywise.
I actually have never seen it.
Really?
I've never seen that movie. No. I genuinely just love clowns.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the one man who says he loves clowns, but he's never seen it in his entire life. I don't even think you've seen it.
I had a plan for Luhan here. He was going to come visit me in the States. And I was in talks. I had I had a quote. I was ready to pay them. I was going to pay some clowns to come to my apartment. And I would leave the door open. I wouldn't even let them. They just come in, do their bit without talking to us, and then just leave for Luhan here. While he was still jet lagged.
Oh my god.
But someone told him, so I had to cancel that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I wonder why they told me.
It would have been great. I'd have just,
I would have worked up a clown in my face.
For the record, Luhan here is not scared of clowns.
Mm-hmm.
No,
so I thought it'd be fine.
It would just be a cursed thing that happened.
Yeah.
I probably would have just woken up and punched him in the face.
Would it honk, though?
Possibly. If given enough punches.
Would it be honking?
So have you guys participated in any collabs?
I did one recently for a server, but I got one of the worst mocks ever. For it was a Secret Santa thing. So I'm gonna lie and say no, never.
Okay.
I am participating in one, but I cannot reveal more than it's 2004 inspired. That's as much as I can say.
Top secret.
It is top secret at the moment. Hopefully to be released soon.
No one tell Duckbricks.
Have you done any previously before this one?
No, not really. This is
really?
the first one. Yeah, I tend to just keep to myself in community. I don't tend to reach out further into collabs and stuff because I get a little bit nervous. But this one which I'm working on was one I couldn't turn down. I really liked the concept. But yeah, I haven't done any until this one.
Well, honestly, I hope that this one inspires you to do more, because in my opinion, they're one of the best parts of the community.
Yeah. I tend to do a lot of collab stuff when I'm making mocks and stuff. I tend to just either go to Galva to design a new mask, or to get a mask from him, and then Ryu, and probably to there's a lot of collab stuff which happens just naturally when I'm building a mock. So one of the more recent mocks I've been working on, which should be releasing soon, it's a Miserix mock. Galva created the mask, which was inspired by something which came out way back in the LEGO 2000s. and then Bree made it. He hated me for making him make it, but but that was kind of a bit of a collab.
That's cool. And yeah, fair enough. If like you don't want to, it's just they're fun.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite Bionicle related memory?
I have one, man.
Go for it.
There was this flea market I used to go to all the time back in Florida. And there's a picture of this on my Instagram where someone found, this is the gold pecan, like it was like a Bionicle lot, with like the spider still attached to it, and they priced that at $3.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got that. There was one time I found Toa Matanui for $8. That was in like 2017 though. Or like, I found one store selling all the Toa Mata, one of the Ragi, all the Turaga with their boxes for like $4 or $5 a pop. A lot of good finds like that, man. So it's like stuff like that, like you were living the dream in real life.
Yeah.
I was with a friend when I found like all the Toa and like Turaga and stuff, and I literally shrieked. It was so loud. There's like a Karen working there, like she almost asked me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my favorite memory was when I think it was a mocking session where I was with Lego Metal, our other friend. We were sitting in a call and just like, I think it was when the 2016 G2 sets leaked for the first time, and me and him were just like gushing about all the new parts and the recolored. What was the part which came out in 2009? The Vorax armor, and we were just like gushing about all the different sets, the like different parts which were being released and what it all meant and stuff. And that's my favorite memory.
So naive back then.
So naive. Little did we know.
Yeah. That is cool, though. I totally missed G2 when it was happening, and I kind of regret it, but it's all good.
Yeah, it was... I honestly think it was the lore which let it down. The sets were... A lot of the sets were bangers. It was just, you know...
There's so many factors, man. But that is one of them for sure.
Yeah. I don't think the sets were that bad. I really think the sets were, like, the best.
The 2015 year was amazing. I still have all the skeletons.
So good.
They get too much hate. I love the skeletons.
Absolutely based skeletons.
Based on what?
Well, facts and logic.
There's a good meme on YouTube which came out around that time. Spooky, scary skeletons, and someone edited it so it had the skeleton sets, and I love that. It sits in my head rent free forever.
That's fun. Do you have any community focused memories that are your favorite?
I mentioned this earlier, like the Hosrig stuff. Like the contest, like the voting ended at midnight. I forget what day it was, but we had like 20-something guys all in a voice chat, and we all, like, the bit rate crashed on us. We were all screaming top of our lungs in this voice chat. It's like you just heard like voices like getting louder, and then like completely like roboting out, I guess. Yeah.
That's great.
That was awesome, man. Or like, I guess like watching like the LGA Callan thing, that live stream, that was funny. And I like both those guys, but you know.
You just like the funny bits, don't you?
I like seeing LJ turn Callan into a human mop and mop the floors real good. Yeah.
Was this some debate or something?
Oh, did you miss this?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this.
Okay, so Callan, someone made an AI voice model of LJ.
Oh, this.
Yeah,
oh,
yes,
okay,
yeah, which is not good. Like, that's just going to lead to crimes, cybercrimes, whatever. And Callan used that in, like, a video and didn't tell anyone, no, this is AI, whatever. And LJ found out about that, you know, called him out. And then Callan, it's like, no, I disagree, actually. Let's have a debate. And then it was just an hour of LJ just schooling Callan. And that was funny. I think most, like, old community members, like, were there for that, in that live chat. And that was cool.
I don't know what my favorite memory of the community is. It's not winning the Nadiki one. No.
If I'm not in this memory, it means there is.
Oh my god.
Was he in your memory?
You're he's in many of my memories. I have two. Okay, I have two. One actually involves his wife, Atlas, because that was the first time I think I broadly went into the community. It was like a first call I did with just other Bionicle members and another person called Kyber Girl. She's an amazing artist, by the way. Go and follow her. She's really nice. Does amazing artwork. I think that was my favorite memory because that was like the first time I'd entered into a call with other people who liked Bionicle, and we just chatted for like 2 hours about Bionicle stuff. It was like a breath of fresh air.
Did any of you guys have like any friends in like your childhood who like knew what Bionicle was and like, built it at all?
No, I didn't either.
I had one friend.
Did you have like one or one? Okay,
Yeah.
you had one. I had one friend too, but like they were like really bad at it, I guess. But that's like the common consensus I found. Like most people like either had like one friend or no friends who liked Bionicle in childhood.
There was no one where because again I live in the UK. Like there was no one who liked Bionicle. Like it was just me. Like my friend who got me the first Bionicle, she didn't like it at all. She hated it. She didn't like. So it was very weird to go online with other people who did like it, and yeah, it was like a breath of fresh air. The other memory I really find funny, don't worry, Rise, you are included in this because it tormented me, was at Brick Fair.
This is your first Brick Fair?
First Brick Fair. Plan to go this year, but first one it was in 2022, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. But it was in the mornings. What this man would do is... Yeah, you're laughing because you know which one you're talking about. This man would wake me up at 8 o'clock on the dot every morning with the American national anthem and go off on some
It's
long
his first
tangent.
time in the USA, first time flying, first time seeing a gun.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I'd never seen a gun. Like, you don't have to. It's just, so when you see a gun, you know stuff's going down. But in the US, it's like really weird. Like I'll get to it eventually. But there was another like site where there was like a shotgun strapped to a bike. I'd never seen that before in my entire life. Anyway, this man woke me up at 8 o'clock every morning on the dots with the American national anthem. Everyone around me, I guess, because I was sleeping on the floor on some air mattress. And he would go off on some long tangent about how great America is, the land of the free, and like how I should move over here, and how free just like, oh, what time is it? Like it's too early. And then would proceed to feed me a Pop-Tart, which I'd never eaten before.
It was like having a little baby here with us. A little British baby, because he'd never had no Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Damn, deprived.
Yeah. And then your first Taco Bell was Dorito Locos Taco Supreme, and you took it all out of all the wrappers. And all of us Americans, like, Luhan, no. Keep it in the wrapper. Trust us. and you had your accent. It was so cute. And you're like, why? Why should I keep it in the bloody taco wrapper?
Apparently I sound like this. Yeah, they all, when I got to the room and I collapsed on the airbeds, they all crowded around me while I was complaining about how terrible the plane journey was, and they all crowded around me and said, oh yeah, he does sound like he has the accents. He does sound like he's
It's real!
That's really funny.
If you can't tell, we love our Luhan. He's a gem.
I mean, I can't imagine how the like culture shock would be coming from like the UK or like somewhere across the pond, you know?
It's massive culture shock. They may speak English, but they are not English.
The best part was, here in the USA, we'll just say, hey, how you doing? And keep walking, right? For Luhan here, he would be like, hey, how you doing? And he would stop, collect himself, and it's like, oh, hello, I'm doing well. How are you today? And they'd like give him a weird look, like, what? So eventually I'd like train Luhan with like Pavlov's law almost. I'd like, Luhan, hey, how are you doing? And I tell him, like, okay, now just say hello. It took you a few tries, and eventually you started doing it right.
Yeah, no, I'm very much aware that throughout this journey in the States, even though it was just to just the convention hall to the hotel sometimes, I was very much like James May from like Top Gear. I was in a different world and I didn't know where I was.
Yeah, the thing about Pop-Tarts made me laugh in particular because I went like in 2024 and like we have Pop-Tarts in Canada, but we have like 5 flavors max, like maybe 6. It's like very limited. So when I go to the American grocery store and there's like 50 flavors of Pop-Tarts, I get really excited.
Honestly, they are vile. It's like chewing on cardboard with icing on it.
Okay, was it better or worse than the Twinkie we fed you?
Oh god, the Twinkie.
How about the Gatorade?
The Gatorade wasn't the right color. Like all of your food was like ultra processed. And I was just like wreaked havoc.
Tasty corn syrup.
When I got back to the UK, I demanded that someone feed me a vegetable.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah. I also saw some interesting characters at Brick Fair. Like this dude with like a...
Brick Fair, Virginia. Then,
yes.
Okay, brilliant. Will we be seeing you this year?
Oh, probably not, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Oh, darn.
Sorry, I didn't even exhibit last year. I just went to like look around and hang out with like people, some online friends from the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing like a dude with like a big vest that says like "Guns Save Lives" on it.
Oh yeah.
Like
military builders, they're a little out there.
I mean, I don't know if it was a builder or just a dude there, but I did see a military builder with a funny red hat, and that was lovely. Anyway. Are there any communities or creators or people you just want to shout out?
I guess like I said, Kyber Girl, Lego Metal is another good old Marxist who is going planning on making a comeback. Nate's Mask Shop as well is another one I want to shout out because he's got amazing casts and also I kind of do his edits as well. Secret, don't tell anyone. But his mocks are really cool as well. I've always lent towards his style as well, with like focusing on prefab parts. Yeah.
If any of you guys have heard of Pikmin Jake and you like Monster Hunter, he's making some amazing stuff right now. Like all system built like monsters from the games, like these huge dragons and whatnot. Pikmin Jake, that's one to check out.
Okay. I will check them out.
Excellent.
And I think Luhan's touched on this a bit already, but do either of you have any upcoming projects or mocks you're excited about?
I guess I can talk about some others. Other than maybe the Miserix, which is possibly going to be posted up by the time you post this video up. It's like in the last bits. There are some projects I'm very excited about later on. There's a project I'm working on quite closely with Nate's Mask Shop again. He is making me 7 very special masks for a very special 06 flavored project, which is going to be posting up later this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So Luhan here mentioned my wife earlier, who I'm married to. She's a Bionicle fan. And I got her in the year 2024 to make her first Bionicle mock in like a decade, I guess. So I'll be revamping that soon, I guess, and posting that.
You finally got it to mock then?
Yeah. She put pieces together. It's not good, but she made something.
Ouch.
So I'm very proud of her.
That's awesome. So what are some of your other hobbies?
Got a few.
I love going to Taco Bell.
Hell yeah. Baja Blast.
Yeah!
Oh no, never again.
No, dude, I like Warhammer now. Get into that. I collect He-Man action figures, which is really just a terrible vice to have, but I like doing that. I've like lost all my love for minifigures. I think perpetually, forever. So I don't know, man. Galador, if that counts.
Sure.
I think it counts. It's very obscure.
Luhan is also one of my hobbies. He's a pet project of mine.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm his hobby.
Yeah.
Rock on.
I guess with me, I guess with other franchises, I'm very big into Star Trek. I love Star Trek. Bit too much. I have a whole shelf of spaceships.
That's the one with Yoda, right?
No, that's Star Wars.
I'm joking.
Yeah, it's one of those like sort of nerdy things which is carried over from my dad. So I play a lot of Star Trek Online, which annoys Rise to no end because I never spend time. I just play Star Trek Online. Yeah. Sim racing as well. I have a whole rig. I play things like don't know if there's any sim racers listening. Automobilista 2, Sette Corsa Competizione, bit Gran Turismo as well. I'm pretty big into my sim racing and motorsport.
Okay.
Try and attend some of the races with my brother at our local track. I guess I can say the name, Snetterton. Again, if there's any UK viewers, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Do you do any VR racing stuff, or?
I do, yes. I have my brother's old VR headset because he got a new one, and I have the whole setup. I have the whole the whole thing jury-rigged. I do spend hours. The only problem is you get that weird sort of like goggle marks around your eyes.
Yes.
So it's a bit awkward when someone turns up at the door to deliver something and you go like, oh, hello, you just got that. I wasn't doing anything, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those suckers that bought a PSVR 2, but Gran Turismo 7 in VR is amazing.
It is amazing. Like, I don't know how those crazy bastards did it, but it just looks it's so realistic that you sometimes just forget, and I sometimes bump the screen like in front of my face.
That's funny. Do you have any questions for me?
Okay, hypothetical. All right, you have $8 in your pocket. How many Dorito Locos tacos are you getting? Or if it's a KFC Taco Bell combo, what would you get for the KFC menu?
Okay, that's a good question. So, $8 doesn't go very far in Canada for Taco Bell. I don't know if it's different for the States. If this is American dollars turning into like 12-ish Canadian dollars, something like that, then it would be...
I'll allow it. Go ahead.
I would get 3 Doritos Locos Beef Supreme tacos and hot sauce. I'm not a big what's it called, KFC guy, so I wouldn't. I don't know. I might do like 2 Doritos Locos tacos and 1 like popcorn chicken, but that's as far as I'd go.
All right, Luhan, this guy can play Fortnite with us.
Passes the vibe check. I don't feel like I could answer this question, even though Taco Bell has opened up in like 1 quarter.
Wow.
You're going to become a bellhead like me.
No. No, never again. No.
And then, is there anything else you'd like to include?
Dude, watch Acceleracers, man.
What is that?
It's a it's 4 Hot Wheels straight to DVD movies, but they are made by the same guys who made Beast Wars. It's like you'll have like the T-Rex of Megatron in the show with like a bunch of the voice casts from the Bionicle movies like in there. So like Jala's voice actor is the main guy, and then Rudaka's is like the main villain, and they're actually just good movies, like genuinely good.
How many people are gonna know about Accelerator?
Everyone listening to this now knows about it.
Luhan, I don't know if you're aware, but this is a community of toy enthusiasts.
I know, but even that is like a stretch into the past. That came out like the 2000s, right? No one's
well, guess what year Bionicle came out, guys?
We're showing our age rise.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like 29, so I feel you.
Jeez.
Grandpa, yeah. Is there anything you'd like to add, Luhan?
I don't know. Eat your vegetables.
All right, everyone listening, Luhan here has more followers than me on Instagram, so please unfollow him and follow me instead.
How about don't do that and unfollow Race and follow me?
How about unfollow both these guys and follow Bonk Spotlight on Instagram?
Can you just edit both those statements out of the podcast?
I hope you enjoyed my discussion with Rise and Luhan. If there's a Bionicle community member you would like to see featured, give me a shout at Bonk Spotlight on Instagram. On February 1st, I launched Biograms, a new initiative to spread some love in the community. To participate, all you've got to do is share a post from an account you love in your story, tag them, use hashtag Biograms, and write a short message about why you appreciate them and their content. Go spread some love. And that's it for today's episode. Have a bonkin' good day.